It's time for Green Canyon High School Sports, a presentation of 100.9 Light FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Cast-A-Lite, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, Green Canyon Booster Club, DD Auto and Salvage, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Great Basin Graphics, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Auto Care, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, and The Logo Shop. Now, it's time for the Green Canyon Wolves on 100.9 Light FM.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Green Canyon High School. Apologize for those audio difficulties here to get us started, but we are live from Provo High School, Green Canyon's season opener here on the road. The Wolves will start their first 3 games of the 2025 campaign down here in Utah County, Provo, Springville, Pleasant Grove. Looking forward to all 3 of them. And we are back. Man, it is so good to be back. Stockton Jukes here with you on 100.9 Light FM. Once again, the home of the Green Canyon Wolves. Radio only, audio only tonight. Provo has asked us not to bring our cameras. They've got an exclusive streaming partner that they didn't want us to step on their toes. But I'm here with Jacob Pitcher, your new color commentator for this season with Green Canyon. You may remember Jacob from the Skyview game back in October of last year. We're going to take a quick break here for the national anthem. When we get back, we will reintroduce you to Jacob Pitcher and get a preview of this matchup between the Wolves and Bulldogs. Stick with us. 100.9 Light FM is your home for the next 2 hours.
There's nothing quite like town. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Provo High. Apologies for the technical difficulties there. The Bulldogs had us set up in the visitor bleachers today, so we're working off of some remote power, and it's been giving us a little bit of difficulties out here. Cell reception not the best right now, but we do think that we've got that figured out. So now it's time to introduce you to Jacob Pitcher. Once again, I'm Stockton Jukes here with Green Canyon Football on 100.9 Light FM. The Wolves won the toss and will kick to start this game left to right across your radio dial. Jacob, you got a taste of Green Canyon last year. It's time for a full season. What are you looking forward to the most?
This season's going to be great, Stockton. From the one game I did have the privilege of calling with you, I saw a fantastic defense from this Green Canyon team. We had a chance to sit down with Coach JT, and he told us that's one of his pillars with this team is that defensive squad. He wants teams to dread coming into Logan to face them, so we'll see how that defense is this season.
Healthy wind behind the ball as Holt puts his right foot to it. Your 2025 Green Canyon football campaign is underway with a touchback. Holt's kickoff hits the back of the end zone, about a yard shy of that back line. And the Bulldogs will start on the 20, heading right to left into the wind. 12 minutes on the clock in quarter number 1. The Bulldogs last season, the number 2 seed in the 4A state playoffs, ended up losing an upset here in Provo to the Skyview Bobcats, Jacob, the 7 seed last year. An upset certainly for the Bulldogs, who have a very talented offense. Did lose some graduating defenders, but we're going to get a good look here at their quarterback. Out of the gate, it's Garrig Orchard, the senior. Last year, 2,757 yards. Orchard is going to pull it on a keeper, RPO, right through the middle. Huge hole opens up. Green Canyon secondary fell asleep. He goes across the 40, across the 30, into the red zone, forced out of bounds right at the 20. Huge 60-yard run from Orchard to open up the season for the Bulldogs. Green Canyon, not the way you wanted to start.
Not at all, Stockton. Like we were just talking about that defense with this Green Canyon team. A little slip up there in the secondary. This Provo team, their head coach over there, a O-line coach, a former O-line player even. His run game for this Bulldog team is aggressive. So then that's a good look right there on what we might see throughout the game today. And Coach JT told us this is going to be a test on that defense on the run side.
Orchard now gives it this time. It's going to be a 3-yard pickup for the halfback, Malik Philomoautu, but they haven't broken yet. Field goal is not the worst thing in the world, and when you take a look at the special team stats for this Provo Bulldog squad, their field goal kickers last year went a combined 3 for 6, 50% on field goals. Wouldn't be the worst. Now here's Orchard. Looks for a deep ball to the end zone. In coverage, picked off! Green Canyon forces the turnover. Bent a little bit, certainly did not break, and the Wolves have their first defensive turnover of the season on the first defensive stand of the season. Give it to 54, Sawyer Rainey, the senior.
Sawyer Rainey, big pick off there. That ball was just chucked up there by the quarterback there for the Bulldogs. Orchard just launching that. A lot of pressure he was getting from that D-line with Green Canyon. Just threw it up. Not the smartest play you want to do with that big run there. Green Canyon, a good break there. Now it's time for the offense to show for them.
That Green Canyon interception brought to you by the Green Canyon Booster Club. They wish to thank all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports and their student athletes. And now it's going to be Ethan Monk. We've got a bit of a quarterback battle, Jacob. We'll get to that in a little bit. But Ethan Monk's going to take the first snap of offense for Green Canyon. Quick out to Hayden. 25 across the 30, 35, 40. Drag down across the 40.
This name right here, Hayden Stram Stockton, is going to be a big part to this offense for Green Canyon. One of the best wide receivers in the state of Utah, probably one of the best here in Region 4A8. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch him today. Just one jab step there, cleared up 15 yards for him to get down the field. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 47. Green Canyon turning this storyline around. Big run early, coming back here on the offensive end.
First down and 10 again. The first play of the offensive season was a first down. Now another quick out of bounds across the 45. Matter of fact, they'll give him the 45 just across midfield. Yeah, it's going to be 2nd down and 2 from that 45, heading to the north end of the nauseating first play of the season, and now they're back to it. Here's Ethan Monk rolling to the left under pressure. Gets past one tackler, dives across the 45. He will squeeze a yard out of that play. Nearly dead to rights there for Monk as he rolled out across that far hash mark. And they're going to take the ball back about a half of a football length. It'll be 3rd down and a yard and a half.
Quick action, quick pass here by Ethan. Find one of your receivers open quick. Doesn't need too much here. That run game, obviously, a lot of pressure we've seen from those last 2 plays.
This is 4-down territory.
I'm not in Sam and Micah. They're going to be splitting reps with Coach JT saying whoever produces more will have the opportunity to get more reps there out on the field. So we're going to be seeing a couple of different plays. A lot of fun to see.
Monk again takes the snap, hands it off. This time, looks like the big fullback number 3, Micah Jenkins. He is going to be, how is that going to play into kind of your offensive strategy quarter to quarter going into the wind? And
Green Canyon pretty solid there with the boots, so we'll see what they do here.
Monk, 2nd and 10, off the fingertips of Bryson Paps, just a little bit too high. Bryson will tell you he should have caught that one. But everyone's knocking some rust off here. It's 3rd and 10.
With Ethan kind of giving him some words. Kind of read really well there, though, by the Provo defense. Not exactly sure who got a couple fingertips on there, but that was read really well. And Green Canyon needing 10 yards here in this one, 3rd and 10.
3rd and long behind the sticks here for Green Canyon. 8:41 to play in the first quarter. Clock is stopped after the recent incompletion. Hayden Schramm all the way out on the right side. Fake handoff from Monk. He's going to drop the pass over the middle. Bryson Paps caught that one right into the chest. Paps across the 15, taken down at the 11. Red zone trip for Green Canyon.
Yeah, Ethan saw that pass all the way in there to Paps, and he took it right up the middle. Did not want to go down either. That's exactly what Green Canyon needed there at that exact second.
Clock running, 8:25 to go in the first. 1st and 10 from the 11. Green Canyon can pick up a first down without scoring, but it would be kind of hard to do. From the far side hash mark, left side of the field, attacking perspective, Ethan Monk, a back on either side. Takes the snap, immediate bubble screen to the near side. Nice cutback across the 10. Maybe a yard there. They're going to give him the 10. Reception to number 15, Carter Perry, who, by the way, is the other quarterback in the battle, Jacob. And again, we'll get to that a little bit later, probably during our halftime chat, talking about what the quarterback setup is for Green Canyon. But a lot of new pieces on this offense, on this defense. Still some familiar faces, though. You saw Hayden Schramm make a nice run after the catch. Bryson Paps catching that most recent slant to get into the red zone. And those two are going to be names that you'll get real familiar with over the next 2 months. Monk, near side hash mark this time, back on either side. He's going to hand this off to his left. Micah Jenkins picks up a convoy. There is a flag. This is probably going to be a hold on Green Canyon. That ball ends up at the 6, but there is laundry. We'll see what it means.
You know, it's Stockton going back there a second ago with Carter Perry. Coach JT obviously kind of in that QB battle.
Face mask defense is the call. Green Canyon's going to have a 1st and goal.
We have a 5-card penalty. Ask on the defense.
And the officials might cut out there, but it is a face mask on the defense. Not sure. Half the distance to the goal line, which will take the ball to the 4, 1st and goal.
Kind of going back there, Stockton. Coach JT said that Carter's going to be good at any position. He'll be impactful. He's good at making those off-script plays and getting that extra yard that is needed here in these tight games to get points on the board.
1st and goal from the near side hash mark, right side of the field for Green Canyon's attack. Clock is 7:37 and running. Monk takes the snap, looks to his left. No one open. Now back corner, Bryson Paps, just a little too much under that one. An extra shove on the back end from Griffin DiMartini on the rush. He led this team with 11 sacks last season. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, maybe tried to force a little bit too much there with Carter, as it does look like we will.
Oh, it is 3rd and goal. They're going to say they didn't give him the down on the penalty there. I'm not quite sure why. I guess just because it was half the distance to the goal line.
And it looks like Carter Perry will now be in behind the line here, so we'll see if he can get 7 points up here for Green Canyon.
3rd and 3 from the 4. Carter Perry, it's a draw. Up the middle, he's stuffed. No gain. 4th and 3 from the 4 coming up, and I believe we will be seeing Tanner Holt.
You know, if I'm Green Canyon, I'm going for it here. You got the wind at your back, but we haven't seen Provo do much. Obviously with that big-time run, might have been an anomaly.
We're about to find out how much JT trusts his defense is what I think is going to happen here, Jacob. And the offense is coming off the field. Timeout called by Coach JT. First of the game for the Green Canyon Wolves, just about halfway through this first quarter. 7 minutes and a second left.
Yeah, Stockton, like I was saying, if I'm Green Canyon, I'm going for it here. First real drive of the season. Your offense has been cooking downfield, especially later on with 3 downs going on. Don't do too much besides that big run, like we said, that big pick earlier, and a lot of pressure they've been putting on the defensive end, Stockton. It's going to be interesting to see here what Coach JT is going to think of. And that was kind of interesting there as well. We're as quarterbacks this season. We saw Carter, a big run there, try to sneak through and get behind the goal line. Unfortunately, just got stuffed there, but that might be what we might see him for duration of this year, Stockton. It's going to be interesting to see what Coach JT does here in this one.
Defense definitely part of the identity for Green Canyon, and it looks like as Hayden Schramm trots out of the huddle, I think this play is designed for Hayden Schramm. Tanner Holt not on the field. It's going to be Ethan Monk with the option.
We might see something like this here on the near side, Stockton.
4th and 3 from the 4. Monk on the near side hash mark, takes the snap, looking over the middle, dumps it off. That was tipped at the goal line, and Green Canyon's going to turn it over on downs. Green Canyon's receivers begging for a flag there. They're not going to get one. And we will remain scoreless with 6:58 to play in the first.
A little bit of contact there. Nothing for the officials to call, though. But Carter did look towards our near side, Stockton, and looked like he wanted to get a pass there. Just unfortunately was not able to. But now Provo will be on the 4-yard line. Another test here for this Green Canyon team. Again, Coach JT talking about how this is going to be a test on their run game, and they're going to have some holes to patch. Let's see how much they have learned from that first big run we saw earlier.
Play clock issues still. It looks like as the play clock is almost down to 7 now. Maybe that is how it's supposed to go. Provo way behind pace here. 3 on the play clock. No one's set yet. They're going to take a delay of game. And a timeout may have been called from that far sideline. They did. No flag. It is going to be the first charge timeout for the Provo Bulldogs.
Yeah, a lot of celebrate. Get back onto the field. Yeah, but that play clock was cooking fast. I'm pretty sure I saw it skip 6, Stockton, so that was kind of interesting to see as well. But yeah, like we were saying, big test here. That run game will need to get stopped here. We'll see how this goes.
So the clock is stopped again with 6:57 to go in the first quarter. Provo going right to left, north to south across your radio dial. Wind in their faces, 96 yards to go, and they're on the near side of the field from our perspective. Left side hash marks as the Bulldogs look down the field. Back onto the field now again. It was Garrick Orchard with a huge 60-yard run to open this game. 2 plays later through an interception in the back of the end zone to number 54, Sawyer Rainey. Green Canyon took the ball all the way down to the 4 after a couple good 3rd down conversions, but could not convert on the 4th and 3 from the 4. Orchard back to his right, fakes the handoff. It's going to be a draw to the left. It's a big run from the big man, but he is met in the backfield. He'll be stopped right at the line to gain. No gain on the run. That handoff to Provo's number 9. That looks to be someone they don't have on the roster, so we don't know. Again, Bulldogs from the 4, 2nd and 10 this time from the far side of the field, just inside those right hash marks. Orchard in the end zone, his own end zone with a back on either side. He's going to drop to pass. Comes from the near side, floats one over the top, wide open. That's going to be number 1, Griff DiMartini. He breaks the tackle. He is gone. 96-yard touchdown for the Bulldogs. Green Canyon looking great at the line. Once you get past that line, the defense not quite here yet.
Yeah, that secondary a little bit lacking for Green Canyon as he had nobody in even a mile radius of him on the field. A wide open pass, broken tackle there. That was Edelmeyer there on the defense. Unfortunately, just slips by. And now Provo, it looks like they're going to kick this one. We'll see how they do here. Into the wind.
Spencer Schumann, number 10, listed as 99 on the Provo roster. He is going to be their extra point taker. And he does drill this one right through the uprights. 7-0 Provo halfway through the first quarter, 6 minutes, 4 seconds to go. It'll be Green Canyon ball next, but man, you get them pinned down inside their own 5 and you give it all up on one play. That one's going to leave a lump in your throat.
Yeah, 2nd down there for them. They're able to catch up Green Canyon pretty fast there to catch up to the play. Just broken tackles. There's nothing you can do there. I know Coach JT is definitely brainstorming some options here. 7 points on the board here in this one with 6:04 left to play.
And kind of like you were saying, too, it looked like Edelmeyer's just getting caught a little bit too shallow there. Used to playing more of that kind of linebacker position. He's been, I think it looks like, rotated back into his safety cornerback position. He is just not dropping with the play. Provo, as they will kick this one into the wind. Pap's back to return this one for Green Canyon. 7-0 Provo Bulldogs. Halfway through the first quarter, minus just a couple seconds. 96-yard pass from Garrick Orchard to his favorite receiver, Griff DiMartini. Both seniors this year. DiMartini last year, 12 touchdowns, 781 yards through receptions. Long kickoff is going to bounce just in front of the goal line and go out. That's a free kick out of bounds, and Green Canyon's going to benefit. They'll be up at the 40. Whoa, they just signaled a touchback.
That did
oh
not
my goodness!
enter the back of
The officials just signaled a touchback. That ball bounced sidelines. Green Canyon's going to be robbed of 15 yards to start this drive. That was the most blatant free kick out of bounds I've seen.
Yeah, interesting call there by the official. That ball out, honestly, between the 1 and the 2 yard line, so it really wasn't even a question there.
Now listen, we got to give high school refs a lot of grace for those bang-bang plays. Obviously, we don't have replay. This is not a bang-bang play. That's about as clear-cut as it gets.
It's a kickoff.
That's poor. That is poor execution from your officiating crew. Green Canyon should be at the 35. They'll be instead. 6:04 to go in the first quarter. Monk still behind center. He's going to look to throw. Quick out. Hayden Schramm jumps, gets this one, but he's tackled immediately. The clock will stay running. It's a gain of about 3. I'm sorry. They're going to give Hayden Schramm 1 yard. He caught that ball 4 yards off the line of scrimmage, got dragged back by the tackle, and forward progress, I guess, doesn't matter here either. So a couple bad blunders from your officials to start this drive from Green Canyon. 2nd and 9. Five and a half to go in the first quarter. Clock still running. Monk is going to scramble. No one open. He goes out to the left, has some space, gets to the 30. It'll be first down, Green Canyon.
Careful.
1st and 10 as he rolls into that Provo sideline.
I'm curious where they're going to spot this. They're going to give him the first. They are. Okay. So we'll be 1st down and 10 for Green Canyon. That was a great look by Ethan Monk. Realizing that pocket collapsing, looks like he's looking towards this side here with Scram.
It took a yard off the run. That knows the football is going to be on the 30 for 1st and 10. There's some interesting decisions being made in the last couple minutes by these officials, but it's 1st and 10 on the 30 for Green Canyon. Monk back on either side, 2 to his right. He's going to look over the middle for Schramm. Schramm goes up and gets it at the 37. Turns into a 2nd and 3.
That passing,
they're going to give him an extra yard on that spot, so 2nd and 2.
That passing game for Green Canyon is starting to really shine here, Stockton. The run game not doing too well here, but not many looks we've seen for really feeling out his quarterback here. Ethan connecting really well on passes and realizing when that pocket's collapsing and getting out of there. Now Green Canyon.
2nd and 2, 4:18 remaining in the first quarter. Back on either side still for Monk. He's going to hand it off this time. Micah Jenkins finds a hole. That's a 1st down up to the 42. 1st and 10, 4:05 to go in the quarter. Green Canyon starting to move that offense. They moved well in their first They moved well in their first drive here. Just could not convert the third couple. I don't want to say bad passes, but
on him, maybe just kind of thrown
some
up.
second guesses for Ethan on that first drive too. I think the 4th and 3, especially Ethan Fisher, the senior.
Great pass there, maybe a little short there.
Yeah, underthrew that by about 5 yards.
Good look though, good opportunity. But I like how Green Canyon's thinking, go deep, make some big plays, get your offense, I guess, moving through that down conversion, and once you're close, go ahead and just run it in, which is what we've seen from Green Canyon so far. That run game not really coming out early in the drives, and we'll see how this goes here.
3:37, 2nd and 10 from the 42. Monk back on either side, hands it off again for Jenkins. Big hole opens up the middle. Jenkins runs into his own lineman, and he'll squeeze across the 45 all the way up to the 46. That'll make it 3rd and 6. Jenkins with a couple good carries up the middle, just hasn't been able to quite break through that secondary.
And I'm looking for just a quick shotgun pass, get that first down, and start looking deep here on the next set of downs.
2 for 3 on third downs, the first time through for quarter. Monk back on either side, fakes the handoff, looking through the middle. Bryson Paps reels that in, going to give it to him.
No, they're not. He was
That is right on the 42. Are they going to back him up a yard? They are going to back that up a yard on the tackle. Someone needs to remind these officials about forward progress.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, Stockton. He was a yard past that line of scrimmage. So, yeah.
Couple frustrating spots, couple frustrating decisions on this drive for Green Canyon. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Carter Perry into the game now for Green Canyon. As Monk's on the sideline, this is going to be, I would assume, another draw.
I would assume as well. Just full speed into the line. Carter Perry's a big guy. A lot of athleticism there. I wonder if Provo's going to pick up here on this play. Oh, they're trying
Perry,
to
hard count. And a timeout now called.
Oh,
There's a flag deep in the backfield. Deep in the Provo secondary, and it's picked up. There must have been a jump on the timeout call there, Jacob, but Green Canyon's going to use their second timeout of this first half with 2:02 remaining in the first quarter. 4th and 1. Again, ball carrier looked to be well across that 48-yard line, which was the line to gain. They moved him back on the tackle.
Yeah, we're going to see here what Green Canyon's scheming up. If Carter's behind the line, I would expect to draw as well. Stockton, again, a big guy, very physical, able to make those off-the-script plays word for word, as Coach JT has said. And that's honestly what you need right now here. 4th and 1 on your own 49-yard line. Just need one more yard to get past that line of scrimmage.
Green Canyon out of the huddle. They're going to leave
Coach
really rolling the dice here just across midfield on 4th and 1.
And I like it. Start out early, give some confidence in your team, have them make those plays under pressure here. It's only 7-0 in the first quarter here. Green Canyon only
Here we go. Alone in the backfield. Carter Perry takes the snap. He's going to take off immediately. He is wrapped up at the 50. And late tackles there from the defensive line of Provo, but good sportsmanship helping him back up there as he just kind of fell over.
I wonder if they're going to give it to him here.
Hayden's begging for it. It's not. It's going to be short. It's short by a good yard.
I don't know, Stockton. That might be really close.
The ball
here.
is at the same spot it was on this previous down.
I don't know, Stockton. That might be really close.
The ball
here.
is at the same spot it was on this previous down. That is going to. And some frustrating officiating on that drive for Green Canyon. It's going to be another turnover. 1:57 to go in the first quarter. Should have started that drive on the 35. Should have had 2 first downs. Frustration from Luke Baker, the offensive lineman, as he comes off the field. Green Canyon losing in the trenches right now.
Yeah, like you were saying, Stockton, losing in the trenches. Provo, the only thing they've been having going, Stockton, is those big plays. That secondary needs to really strap up here and not let anything big happen.
1st and 10, Orchard is going to hand this one off. Around the left edge, there is a flag for holding, but it's going to come back. It'll be 1st and 20. It's a hold on the offense. 10 yards on the first down. After a 14-yard run, they'll take that off the whiteboard.
On the offense, number 73.
Guilty party number 73 for the Bulldogs. That is Jesse No. They only move him back 9 yards for whatever reason. It's 1st and 19. Spot foul in high school, that's why. So the hold occurring just over the line of scrimmage as that run broke out. 1st and 19, Orchard has a back to his left from the near side hash marks. Provo right to left in this first quarter. Orchard takes the snap, hands it off. It's a counter across the back of that formation. Green Canyon in pursuit. They'll get him on the 40. There is a flag down. I think it's going to be another hold on Provo.
Yeah, I'm curious here. Green Canyon had some bodies flying at the running back there for Provo.
The flag is down just across that 40. It would have been a loss of 1 on the tackle.
Yeah,
There's good pursuit around the edge by Green Canyon, reading that kind of reverse counter around that far side of the formation.
Read it well, but a lot of speed.
Horse collar on Green Canyon.
That's a 15-yard.
And they're going to give Provo 15 yards and a first down. It was 1st and 19. They're going to give him the first down. Horse collar there on Green Canyon. I didn't see it from all the way over here. There are a lot of bodies in the way, but that's a bad error for Green Canyon. First and 5 now. 1:35 remaining in the first quarter. Orchard from the far side hash marks, takes the snap, drops to throw, looks down that right sideline, beats one man, and makes the catch. That's number 5. Ronnie Wright, listed as 15 on the roster, but Green Canyon secondary is getting torched in this first quarter. 1:27 left. The ball on the 13-yard line in the red zone for the Bulldogs. 7-0 Provo. Chance to make it a 2-score game in the first quarter, and Green Canyon has not been got like this in the first quarter of a season in JT's entire tenure. Orchard still on those far side hash marks. He's going to hand this off up the middle, breaking through one tackle, but then Green Canyon gets home on the 14. That'll be a loss of 1. Philly Moyatu could not get past the second wave of tacklers for Green Canyon. Really good penetration through that offensive line. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 14.
Yeah, Provo starting to look deep on those passes. This secondary really needs to strap in here. We said that right at the beginning of this drive, Stockton. Getting burnt there again. This defense, though, for Green Canyon is what makes them great, and right now it is something they definitely need to work on here going into this second quarter.
It really has been that far. They've got Griff lined up there. Now it's a quick pitch option, and great pursuit. Loss of 3, 3rd and 14 coming up.
Yeah, great tackle by that. Read that all the way. The pitch pass there, away there by Orchard to the running back. Eli saw that all the way. Big dive tackle for a loss. It's 3rd and 13 here.
Critically important to keep Provo out of the end zone here. Green Canyon still a goose egg on the scoreboard. Play clock has stopped. 9 seconds on the game clock. Orchard can let the quarter run out. He's not going to. He's going to roll out to the right. Designed rollout, looking for a throw into that far side corner. Bounds. They call it a catch at the 3. There is some interesting decision-making being made by this officiating crew. First and goal from the 2 for Provo. That ball was caught out of bounds. Green Canyon having to play 2 different teams in this first quarter so far. 7-0 Provo after 1. Jacob, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking this Green Canyon defense really needs to step up here. That secondary has been burned. That Griffin-DeMartini matchup there with the Bulldogs keeps getting burned. They keep going back. That needs to get shut down here going into the second quarter. Like you were saying, Stockton, some frustrating fouls. We saw a little bit of some extracurriculars there. That needs to get honed in as well. The mental game needs to come back in. And Green Canyon needs to capitalize on the offensive end, keep moving downfield, and finish it off and put those points on the board. It's what they need to do here in the second quarter.
Quick break from Provo. First and goal on the 2 for the Bulldogs. When we come back, they lead 7-0. 100.9 Light FM is the home of Green Canyon football, and the Wolves having a tough time of it so far.
I deal with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics does custom t-shirts and creates graphic designs that'll get your business noticed. Amazing colors and designs that seem to jump off the t-shirt. Go to greatbasingraphics.com.
Great Basin Graphics, we made you look.
Welcome back into Provo High School. First and goal from the 2. Couple questionable calls in the last 6 minutes of that first quarter by this officiating crew. It's going to be a handoff up the middle and another touchdown for the Bulldogs. 13-0 pending the PAT. And the Bulldogs definitely getting a little, well, we'll hold that for later. 5 seconds into this one, it's 14-0 Provo pending the PAT. And we've got a score update from the Logan Hillcrest game as well. Again, the Grizzlies kicked out of Region 11 down to 3A North this year. They're hosting Hillcrest to open the season. They lead 13-0 at Logan High. PAT now coming from the left-footed kicker, Spencer Schumann. 1 for 1 on PATs this year. High snap, corralled nicely, 2 for 2. 14-0 Bulldogs. Couple offensive possessions for Green Canyon that sputtered out. One good defensive turnover to open the game for the Wolves, but in the 2 drives since, they have been burnt in the secondary. And Orchard off to a good start from under center, getting some really good looks out to Griff DiMartini as well. DiMartini had 44 catches for 781 yards and 12 touchdowns last year, leading this Provo receiving corps. Hey, Jacob, you and I were talking a little bit during that break. A couple bad spots on that last Green Canyon offensive drive kind of held them to that 4th and 1. That drive should have started on the 35 anyway, and now, like you said, that out route on the 2-yard line, there were 2 toes out of bounds when that ball was caught. And they called that a catch after much deliberation. It definitely seems like Green Canyon is going to be working against a few different forces here in Provo tonight. That being said, we want to give some grace to the officials here because it is their first game of the season as well. They're still trying to kind of get back into the groove of things. This ball is going to go through the back of the end zone with some help from the wind. It's a touchback, and Green Canyon will have this ball on the 20.
Yeah, kind of like you were saying, Stockton. Some odd spotted balls, I guess you could say. But Green Canyon needs to work around that, find those deep mans downfield, get that extra 1 or 2 yards so it's not a questionable play, and they can get that first down guaranteed. It's just something we haven't seen from them just yet. They were looking great on that first drive, Stockton, but since then have kind of slowed down. I'm interested to see what Coach JT is going to do here, if he's going to keep looking deep or if he's going to try to clean it up a little bit, as that Provo secondary has been really solid for them here in this one.
1st and 10 now. Ethan Monk still under center with a back on either side. Looking to his left to throw. Schramm running that post towards the logo at midfield. Knocked down in double coverage. Throwing up the X there was number 17, Sione Lavu, but he...
A good read there of those Provo defenders, but he got up there and was able to try to get some hands on it to bring it in. Unfortunately, just a little overthrown. Again, that secondary, Stockton, showing again for Provo, really shutting down that passing game here for Green Canyon thus far.
11:49 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and 10 for Green Canyon after the incompletion. Schramm out wide left. Slot receiver between him and the formation. Soul man out to the right. It's a handoff up the middle for Selman. Selman trying to use that tank figure to get through, and he is going nowhere. No gain. 3rd and 10. Tough start for Green Canyon. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a real test of character for the Wolves. Last season it took them to give up any sort of points. They've gone 3-0 to start the season in both years of JT's tenure as head coach, and they're down 2 scores after 1 quarter, Jacob. Yeah. Unfamiliar territory.
Absolutely, but Coach JT said he is here for the competition against Provo. Provo ranked 2nd in the RPIs last year going into the postseason. Coach JT wants this competitive team to play against these higher ranked play. That Ridgeline team, obviously a big piece of this Region 8. That's going to be a problem here down the road.
The line collapses. Trying to get further out, and he is going to be sacked. 4th and 12 coming up for Green Canyon. That offensive line fell apart right after the snap came out.
Maybe with a look down there to Huston Permeski downfield. Broke away at the last second, just unable to get that pass off in a quick running motion. Looks like Green Canyon will punt here, kind of learn their lesson there on those first 2 drives we've seen. Again, like you were saying, Stockton, just a rough start so far for this Green Canyon team. Those passes not connecting. That defense for Provo doing very well. I'm interested to see what Coach JT is going to do here on the offensive side.
Punt for Holt goes sky high into the wind. Fair catch called for at the 50. The man was interfered with. That ball is live. It's covered. Green Canyon pops out. They get it. There's no flag on the play for interference with the fair catch. That man was not in the right spot anyway. This will be down at the 43 for Provo. They're going to, I guess, completely forget about the fair catch signal.
Short punt in the wind, I guess you could say, for Green Canyon there. Provo had
little too much under that for Tanner Holt.
Had 2 defenders down the field. Ooh, was that lightning? I think I just saw.
Yeah. Some low-hanging clouds out kind of over the Utah Lake area out west of the lake. Now here's a handoff from Orchard up the middle. That'll be a nice punching gain of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up from inside the 40 at the 39.
A lot of power from Orchard there. You just saw him barrel right in to his O-lineman there, making a gap for him. Not able to get much off that, but still a lot of power there.
9:50 remaining in the second. Quick out, fake handoff, nice RPO throw. That one's going to be a first down all the way up to the 26-yard line. Lavu on the reception.
Tackled by number 20, Jackson Calderwood.
No, that was Teve Brown. It's another Bulldog first down again from the 26-yard line, going left to right in this second quarter. And threatening here. Crew DiMartini on the near side, 3 off to the right of Orchard. Griff DiMartini alone on the left. Handoff up the middle. There's a flag coming in. Maybe a chop block here on Provo. Someone went low. It's going to be a hold on the offense. They'll move him back to the 36. 1st and 20 now coming from the 36 after a Provo hold knocks him back a set of sticks. Still some air behind Orchard on this drive. I wouldn't be surprised to see a shot play here, Jacob.
Yeah, get a big play downfield, try to test that secondary again from Green Canyon. And if you are Provo here, if you're Green Canyon, you're needing to read that here. Those safeties and DBs need to lock in and strap in for this one.
9:05 to play in the second from the far side hash marks. Orchard takes the snap, looks immediately. It's a quick slip screen. Bouldering his way down the field and across to make it a 2nd and 9. Hold in by Tiave Brown, number 9. Every number on this Provo roster has been wrong so far except for Orchard and the DiMartinis, but we'll try and keep up with them. 8:54 to go. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 25. On the screen, Tiave Brown, just a big body.
Yeah, a lot of big yards after the catch there.
Orchard dropping to throw, looks to his right. That one dropped on the near side by Crew DiMartini. Designed bubble screen, and they could not keep that up. He'll fall to his feet for 3rd and 9. And this could be a big defensive play for Green Canyon here. This would leave about 43 yards for a field goal.
Yeah, leaving the door open there a little bit by Provo. With those blockers there, Stockton, there could have been a chance of even a first down there. Now Green Canyon, big opportunity here to come up with a big stop on defense. Try to get some life back going here on the defensive end.
Orchard back to his left. Takes the snap, roll out left, designed play, looking down the middle, into the end zone, over his man and behind him too. Really good route running there from Griff DiMartini to open himself up at the post, but that ball was thrown behind him and he couldn't cut back to it. It'll be 4th and 9 here for Provo, and they are going to bring Spencer Schumann out.
Yeah, Griffin DiMartini once again, Stockton. He's been kind of that main target today we've seen from most of the pass is down the field there. He burnt that defender as well. Still wasn't the same defender, a different DB this time for Green Canyon. What had him beat, just a bad pass.
This is going to be a 42-yarder from the right side hash marks with the wind behind him. Schumann, the left footer, is going to have to push this out to his left. And the play clock is run all the way down. We are going to have a timeout from the Provo coaching staff. Their second charge timeout of the quarter. Both teams down to 1, or excuse me, of the half. Still 14-0. Bulldogs looking to make it 17-0 here on the field goal. But they might be rethinking it with the distance. And it's certainly not a bad place to turn it over on downs, too. From the 25, it's essentially just a touchback.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. Looks like the placeholder, was questioning head coach out there on their sideline. Like you were saying, Stockton, not a bad place to turn over the ball. Haven't seen Green Canyon do much here in this quarter thus far, or at least in the last 2 drives, Stockton. If you're Provo, honestly, it might be a good risk to go here with that and play it safe.
They are going to leave Schumann out there.
I think with this win, though, Stockton, it's definitely going to help Loft, but it might also change that direction of the kick here. It's windy, as you can hear over our headsets here.
Schumann good for PATs, but last year from the field, 2 for 5 on field goals, only 40%. Has some help from the wind, not going to really push it left or right, basically straight at his back. Again, right side hash mark, 8:45 remaining in the second quarter. Snap is good, kick is blocked. Green Canyon gets a finger on it, that's going to go out of the back of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. We had an official spill back behind there as there was a scrum for the ball, but he is okay. Looks like it's Malachi Laulu Pututatu. That I'm gonna need like 8 years with that name. Malachi Laulu Pututau. That's what we're gonna go with. Pututau, 6'3" freshman.
Freshman, 6'3", and he's down pretty good now, looks like. Got Luke Baker a little fired up there, walking back into the team huddle as the team's taking us the 20-yard line, about the 22 there. And that is not the sight you want to see. That's a big guy right there. Sight you want to see. That's a big guy right there, Stockton. That's a big blocker that you do need for that run. That's a big blocker that you do need for that run game here against the defense.
We'll take this time for a couple score updates, as it looks like they're going to have to help Malachi off the field. He's not wanting to put some weight on one of those legs. Looks to be the left one. Not putting any weight at all on that left leg. This is not a good sign.
Shake it up on the play, number 53, Malachi Mahulu.
And he's getting off the field here by the 20.
Yeah, they'll help him off the field. We'll go ahead and take a look at some score updates here while we've got a break. Mountain Crest forcing a safety against East High. It's 2-0 after one quarter. Up in Salt Lake from where we are. Cedar leading Bear River 9-7 towards the end of the first quarter. Skyview up 7-6 on Salem Hills. And the real eye popper is Ridgeline tied with Morgan at 7. Our sideline, that is caught right on the 28.
Number 15, Carter Perry's pass caught by number 8, Hayden.
Perry back on either side still. Sole receiver out left, 2 out to his right. Hands it off up the middle. Not much space there. Maybe breaking across the line with some help from the lineman. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 33.
Hand off number 3, Micah Jenkins. Brought down by number 13.
Approaching the halfway point of quarter number 2, Green Canyon still scoreless. 14-0 Bulldogs, your score. After one really good drive from the Provo Bulldogs and a second one with a bit of a helping hand. And man, is it breezy tonight. We are picking up that wind on our mics. Apologize for that feedback there from the wind. Doing our best to block that out, but we are exposed to the elements out here. 2nd and 9, 33-yard line. Perry is going to hand this off again to Selman. Nice cutting game, Jacob. Haven't seen the volume of passes I've wanted to see from this offense so far when you've got receivers like Hayden Schramm and Bryson Pabst.
Yeah, at least this far, obviously those passes weren't connecting earlier, Stockton. I think JT might be trying to change up this game plan just to make this a little bit more of a competitive game on the offensive side. Probably when we get those scores a little closer, we might see some more passing.
We'll keep an eye on the matchup on this near side with Nathan Fisher. Off to Schramm. Right to the sideline, just across the sticks. Schramm comes back to get it, cuts past a man, made Fisher fall on the ground and stepped out just across the sticks. 1st and 10, this will be at the 44, 43-yard line.
Yeah, just past, just a toe out of bounds there to end that run attempt there, but still a fantastic catch there. You called that, Stockton, right away here on that near side. Quick pass, quick look there by Carter to Schramm.
Well, and Schramm, that's where Schramm, obviously he's a high school player, but he's not going to really make money, but that's where he makes his money as a receiver after the catch. That's why he's one of the top 5 receivers in the state of Utah. He can catch the ball, but it's what he can do to you after that. Another snap, near side, quick screen out to Pabst on the right side. Pabst trying to cut back, really well covered by that Provo defense, and Green Canyon's going to lose a yard.
Yeah, Pabst kind of blanking there, kind of doing a little stutter step. Didn't really know which way to go, just kind of went right at those Provo defenders. A quick look there. Good pickup, though, here, Stockton on the near side there. A couple of those fullbacks stepping up there for Green Canyon. A big blitz attempt there. Got it off really quick. Great job by Carter Perry to recognize that and get that pass off quickly.
4.5 to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 10, no gain on that one for Pabst. Line to gain at the 47, just across midfield. Perry takes the snap, looking to throw, immediate flushed out to his left. Stutter steps looking for the throw. He's not going to have one. He's going to bowl over a man, bowls over two, and makes that a positive play up to the 49, Carter Perry. And that might be a dog right there, Jacob.
An off-script playmaker. We've been saying that all day, Stockton. That is the words from head coach JT about this guy. We see it right there, Stockton. Flushed out, looked downfield, didn't recognize anything, and ran it away. Great job by him just to get something positive out of that play, Stockton.
3:49 to go in the second quarter. 3rd and 4 from the 49, just behind midfield. Green Canyon, with that clock running out on the first half, would love to get that 0 off the board before they take a break. Perry, sole back to his right, takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Selman. Quick throw over the middle. He airmailed that one, and he got blown up after the throw by Griff DeMartini. DeMartini getting chirped at by that Green Canyon line. That was indeed a bit late. He's going to be lucky with no flag there.
Yeah, a little bit of chirping we're starting to see now. Green Canyon, though, staying in their lane, doing what they can with what they have here. Yeah, again, that pass, Stockton, just a little bit airmailed. Had to go over the D line there from Provo. But I have faith here in Green Canyon on making something happen here.
4th and 4, 3:32 to go in the second quarter. I have a feeling it's going to be a hard count and then a punt. Perry. Nope, it's a play. Takes the snap, looking to his left. Schramm across the sticks. He's got it on forward progress. They better give it to him on forward progress, or else I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to lose my mind.
That was about 2 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage. The official, 2 yards ahead of that first down needed. Official spotting it right at that first down needed, so definitely a rough spot there, Stockton. It's right in front of our views here on the away side. But there you go.
Yeah,
Perry
took
to
a yard
Schramm.
off on the tackle, but they are going to give him the first down by a football. 3:22, 3:21. Clock continues to run again. 1st and 10, Green Canyon across midfield. Perry hands it off. This time it's the big man, Micah Jenkins. He takes a shove, gets some help from his line. That's going to take him all the way up to the 44. Gain of 3 for 2nd and 7.
You know, we're talking about, like we said earlier, Stockton, Sam and Mike are going to be splitting those running back reps. We've seen them both do very well, producing well. Again, Coach JT said whoever produces the most will get those most snaps, and right now they've been doing well, both of them together.
Perry, bit of a low snap, takes it in well, hands this one off to Selman, who is dropped at the line. Loss of 2. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. Green Canyon's got to start throwing the ball, Jacob.
Yeah, I think they just need to throw it. We've seen big plays being able to made with Carter Perry, running down the field, passing down the field. Schramm, that guy you have on the field. Use your tools available. 2 runs in a row, not going anywhere. I think Coach JT's ready to let something ring. Again, they need to get those points on the board with only 2:10 left here in the second quarter.
Clock still running down to 2:05 now. 5 on the play.
A little bit of pressure, but they're also, the secondary did a fantastic job in the backfield there of covering those Green Canyon receivers. All around, though, just a great job by that Provo defense.
2nd and 16 from the 29. Between the hash marks, Perry takes the snap. 5-man rush, floats one over the top. Oh! In and out of the hands. Hayden Schramm could not haul that in one-handed. His left arm was getting held, no flag. It'll be 3rd and 16.
Tough break there for Green Canyon. A great throw, though, by Carter Perry. Schramm, like you said, Stockton, his hand that was being held. Almost a one-handed basket catch in between the chest because of that hold. No call, like you said. Green Canyon, I'd say just do it again. Give them another chance at this one.
Minute 6 remaining in the first half. Green Canyon needing points. This would be a 46-yard field goal, which I think is in Tanner Holt's wheelhouse, but we would have to find out. Hopefully we don't have to. 3rd and 16. Even if you can take 10 yards off this field goal, you'd feel good about points there. Paps on the quick out. Runs into a man right at the original line of scrimmage. It'll make it 4th down and 9.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah, there's a man down for Provo after a big truck from Bryson Pabst, and we're going to have to take a break here. Tried to get up, went right back down to the ground. That's not great to see. Hopefully it's just some wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, big truck, like you said there, by Paps. And unfortunately, that Provo player is down. But that will give some time here, at least for Green Canyon, to kind of come up with a game plan here.
4th and 8 from the 21. I think you have to take the points with 51 seconds left in the quarter. You have to take 3 here and reset because you get the ball after halftime.
Into the win, though, right now, Stockton, I'm not 100% sure. We've seen them move pretty well, at least on those 10-yard gains.
Tanner Holt was hitting field goals at a kicking camp a couple weeks ago from 56 yards out. I think he'll be okay.
We'll have to
This
see
would be a 38-yarder from where the ball is at right now.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Coach JT has in mind here with 14 zip here.
That breeze has
51.
come down a bit as well.
A little bit, absolutely. Yeah, Coach JT.
It looks like it's Nathan Fisher who took that shoulder from Bryson Paps and was slow to get up. He's being helped off now. He might have to go into protocol. But that was the matchup with Hayden Schramm, which you hate to look at this side of things when it comes to an injury, especially in high school, but that might open the door for Green Canyon.
That absolutely will right now. We've seen Schramm kind of have that roughness there from the Provo defense, that defender, as you say, go down here.
Eli Wheatley's in the offensive huddle right now, just off the sideline. I hope that means he's in the field. Yes, it is the field goal unit because there's Tanner Holt. So it is going to be a try for 3 here. Green Canyon's going to take their medicine, look to continue that offensive trend when we come back. You can't help but feel like they just hadn't settled into the game until a few minutes ago, Jacob. Those first couple possessions for Provo, they were getting torched on some simple plays, and it just felt like they weren't mentally all the way here yet. They were still a little bit jittery about the season getting started. Now that it's started, now they're kind of getting into a rhythm. This has been a long offensive possession since about 7 minutes left in the quarter. They've taken this all the way basically to halftime, and it is going to be a 38-yarder.
Yeah, like you're saying, Stockton finally settling in. We saw that first drive, Green Canyon moved down the field, just not able to capitalize. And now
wind in the face, it picks up just before the snap. Of course it does. Right-footed Tanner Holt from 38. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. The kick is spinning, and it's wide right. He pushed it. It'll stay 14-0 with 46 seconds left in the half, and Tanner Holt, I think, just missed his first field goal as a Green Canyon Wolf. Definitely got some help with the wind there as it's blowing that way, and I think just getting a little too high in the air, a little too much spin, pushed it just wide of that far post. Green Canyon will turn the ball over on the 29.
Some big defensive
19.
linemen there. Stockton for Provo. You have to get it up and over those hands. We saw that blocked kick Green Canyon was able to get earlier here. And again, like you were saying, Stockton, just a rough kick, a rough situation he was put in there.
Orchard dropping to throw quickly over the middle. It's taken in. It's Tiave again, breaks through 2 tackles, picks up the first down, and finally swarmed at the 33. Tiave Brown eating this Green Canyon secondary up from that slot position. Looks like he's even playing tight end as well, tight end to slot, back and forth. And now they're going to put him at fullback. Slot receiver off to the right for Orchard, 2 to his left. Drops to throw, looks to his left. He's going to cut up the middle this time as the pocket collapses across the 40, across the 45, and out of bounds just shy of midfield. 31 seconds remaining in the half. Provo will kick to Green Canyon after halftime, but the sticks will move here. So a free timeout to a timeoutless Provo Bulldog team. Now will run the play. Fresh play clock. Orchard in the shotgun, looking to his left to throw. Launches one, back corner, out of the end zone. 3 seconds left in the quarter. And now the Bulldogs are going to come out and kick the field goal. I'll tell you what, it hasn't been the whole game, but there have been some moments in this game where it really feels like there's some cooking going on of the home variety.
Yeah, Stockton just been kind of the luck of the draw for Green Canyon. Just everything not really going their way. All the little things Stockton just hasn't, again, been that way for them.
This is going to be a 37, 38-yard field goal for the Bulldogs. 3 seconds left in the half, and now play is stopped again, and it's going to be Green Canyon's last timeout of the half. They're going to try and ice Spencer Schumann. 14-0. Provo trying to make it 17-0 going into the half. Green Canyon has definitely not executed this game the way that they should have to this point by any means, but there is some weird things going on from the guys wearing stripes today.
Yeah, definitely a rough start here for Green Canyon, as well as this officiating crew. Probably going to have to take a look here back at this one. But Coach JT on the sideline, just about the 45-yard line on the left side of the field, and he's just probably thinking about what to do next year. Stockton, where do you go from here? Do you focus on that defense? Do you focus on that offense? That offense starting to show a little bit of spark now. I'm interested to see if this defense will step up here in the second half.
Here we go, 3 seconds left in the half, 3rd and 10. Provo's going to try and kick that 38-yard field goal. They get the snap off. It's a bit high. That one's almost blocked by Paps, but that is going to be good.
Yeah, Paps able to get over the line right in front of the kick. Just unfortunately, don't even know how that one really got by Stockton, but still up and through for 3. Provo will be going here in the half, 20-0.
17-0.
Excuse me, 17-0.
17-0 at halftime. Green Canyon trailing by 2.5 scores. Questionable decisions being made by the folks wearing white and black out there, giving Provo a free timeout to think things over at the end of the half, taking a free kick out of bounds away from Green Canyon, taking a first down away from Green Canyon. Lots of different things. Coach Towie Ely not thrilled with that first half so far. I'm sure he's going to have some choice words at halftime. We're going to take a break here from Provo High School and collect our thoughts because, tell you what, I'm pretty frustrated. And if I'm frustrated, JT's got to be just fuming. So we'll see what Green Canyon's got after the half. Stay with us here on 100.9 Light FM. Unfamiliar territory for Green Canyon football to start the season as they trail by 17 at halftime.
Political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
road here at Provo High School. Green Canyon trailing the Bulldogs 17-0 after halftime. Stockton Jukes, Jacob Pitcher here with you on 100.9 Light FM, the home of Green Canyon Wolves sports. Jacob, couple things that happened in that first half that you and I weren't particularly fond of. First of all, some offensive sputters once the drives get critical, right? Couple fourth downs that you failed to convert, a couple underthrown passes, a couple drives that just don't really get going. And to me, it's been kind of some play selection that's been confusing to me. A lot of leaning on that run game that hasn't gotten started yet, not enough passing. And when you do finally throw to Hayden Schramm, he gets the job done.
That's right, Stockton. As soon as you get that ball to Schramm, not only does he receive it and catch it, but also gets down the field 5, 10, even sometimes 15 yards like we saw on that first drive from him. That passing game has honestly been really the only piece to this explosive offense we have seen somewhat from Green Canyon. Now that run game, Stockton, has came into play there on those like 2, maybe 3 yard gains you need to get a first down. But besides that, that passing game has truly been the key for that minimal offense that we have seen so far.
And it was a roller coaster of a first quarter, too, to get this game started. A 60-yard run from the 20 to the 20 for Garrick Orchard, the quarterback of this Provo Bulldog team. 6-yard house call from Garrick Orchard all the way out to Griff DiMartini. Another touchdown since then. A field goal to end that quarter after a very impressive 60-something yard drive with 40-something seconds left on the clock there to end the half. The Bulldogs in firm control here, but Jacob, Green Canyon's going to have the ball back once we come out of this halftime break. Provo will be kicking to them. How critical, in your mind, are points here on this opening drive of the third quarter?
It's everything, Stockton. Green Canyon needs some sort of momentum even. Now we're looking towards the momentum. 17-0 coming out of the half. There's zero momentum on this Green Canyon side. We need to see them start to put that field goal, their kind of last second, underneath this offensive side. The defensive zone as well, Stockton, just cannot be kept getting burnt in the secondary. We're going to see what Coach JT minimized those points on the board for Provo.
Approaching the beginning of R and U the way they would want to be treated. Just about ready to get started here.
Had a really rough time of protecting whichever quarterback we have out there. That's going to need to be something that needs to improve as well. We've seen a lot of great passes. We've seen a lot of great passes from Carter Perry.
You are right. Provo getting ready to kick off from the 40 just to our left. Lots of wind to their backs. It's going to be a lot of wind in the face of either Ethan Monk or Carter Perry. We'll see who comes out behind center after halftime. We got a couple drives for both of those quarterbacks. Carter Perry definitely a little more mobile, a little more arm strength. Ethan Monk definitely built to kind of command that offense in play scheme and set play calls and stuff like that. And it looks like on this first drive of the half, we're going to be seeing nobody yet.
Looks like it might be Carter Perry there. There he goes out there now.
Yeah, there he goes.
And I'm expecting a pass here for Stockton. Just set the tone early.
I'll tell you what, an 80-yard house call right here would do a lot of good for Green Canyon sideline. Trailing by 3 possessions here to start the second half. 12 minutes on the clock, third quarter, right to left, 80 yards in front of the Green Canyon offense, and Carter Perry is, in fact, behind center with a back on either side. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Right side, quick cutback screen for Hayden Schramm. He's going to get 3 yards, and then he will be held up at that 23, 24-yard line. They'll give him 4, 2nd and 6.
Passing game's been working today, Stockton. That is something I would expect Green Canyon to continue rolling with until it shows that it's not working anymore. First pass there to Schramm. That's that combo. That's going to be lethal this season for Green Canyon, and I'm extremely interested to see what other targets they might have here on the field.
Perry, single back at Selman to his left. He's going to hand it off. Sam Selman right up the gut. Up across the 25, up to the 27. It'll make it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, just tried to plow right through the middle of that line. Nowhere to go. 3rd and 3 now for Green Canyon. It's kind of a big play here for them here in the second half already.
60 seconds off the clock in the third quarter. A trio of receivers out to the left of Perry. He's got Selman to his right and then a sole receiver on the far side. It looks to be number 84, Drage Briggs. Perry takes the snap, looking to throw to his left into that trio.
And we'll have that first down. Still waiting, though, for that spark to really ignite this team, Stockton. Already looking a little bit better than what we've seen in that first half, but still need that big spark to make something happen.
10-18 remaining in the third quarter. Wind really picking up here as
yikes.
we get into the evening hours, nearly 8:30 here in Provo. Designed to draw for Perry right through the middle. That's going to be a gain of 9. Second and about a half a football to go.
Yeah, great run there by Carter Perry. Again, those off-script play, Stockton. We're going to be saying that all season whenever we do see Carter out here.
Off script, yeah, but that one was
Right.
9:45 to go in the third. Selman off to the right of Perry. Right about in the middle of the hash marks. Ball on the 39. Line to gain at the 40. Perry hands it off to Selman. Cuts back through the middle after going towards that left edge. He's going to be stopped right at the line, maybe half a yard. Third and very short coming up.
And that's what I think the run game here for Green Canyon should be used for. Try to get those last few yards to get over that first down line. Unfortunately, got held up there by those big defensive linemen for Provo. Literally inches here, just past that 40-yard line.
Yeah, third and about a foot. Perry in the I formation. Selman directly behind. Twins on either side.
I think it's going to be a Perry run here.
Bunch formation on the near side. You got Pabst out in front of Schramm. Perry looks right instead on the quick out through the hands of Peremski. Great jump on the ball. Really good defense from Provo's number 11. That's Liam Skonerock. It's going to bring up fourth and short. Pabst comes to the near side to get the play call. It looks like they're going to have Perry stay in there. And I don't know about this one. They've failed to convert 0-2 on fourth downs, and they are in front of that midfield by about 10 yards. This would be a 39.5-yard field for Provo if they don't convert this one. Perry in the I formation again. Same formation for Green Canyon. Receivers a little bit offset this time, 2 on either side. Perry, he's going to throw. Short one over the middle, that's intercepted. Bad throw, great read. The Bulldogs have their first turnover of the game. And that was telegraphed.
I'm kind of surprised Green Canyon didn't go for a run there on either the third or the fourth down, Stockton. They needed literally a foot, and Green Canyon's run has been somewhat more consistent today than that passing on the yards. Either a Carter Perry sneak through or a handoff there. I am very surprised we didn't see that, and unfortunately it came back to bite them there. It's going to be the 40-yard line for Provo here.
This game going wrong in all sorts of ways for Green Canyon. It's yet another turnover on downs. They're 0-3 on fourth down conversions. Orchard, there's a holding flag on the field. Might be a second one as Orchard scrambles left, and he's going to get hit for his troubles, but this will be a 1st and 20. Couple different holds on Provo. That could be the exact help that Green Canyon needs, but now you got to keep him at midfield.
Got to keep that secondary locked down. They had some pretty good defense there. Not an option there for Orchard down the field.
Didn't quite get a number on the call there, but it is going to be a 10-yard hold against Provo. This will come back to the 50-yard line, nose of the football, just shy of the 50-yard line. 1st and 20. 8:32 remaining in the third quarter. Left to right Provo in this third quarter. Orchard has a back to his left. 2 out to his right, single receiver out left. Orchard gonna hand it off this time around the right side, crashing into the line. He'll gain 3 yards, maybe 4. They're gonna give him the 46.
There we go. That's what Green Canyon needs right there. Another pretty good stop we see.
So they do hold him to the 47. Gain of 3 there, 2nd and 17. Clock will continue to run, approaching 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And you can see a couple different offensive pieces for Green Canyon standing right around Coach Tawili Ely. Just talking shop over there. Not the night that they expected coming into this one. Again, Orchard with a back to his right. 2nd and 17 from the 47, rolling out to his right, and a flag. It's going to be a false start on Provo.
Yeah, that receiver here on the near side, number 3.
That would be Crew DiMartini.
Crew DiMartini. Stalin with a little hop there on the near side, and that official was all over it.
That'll be another 5 yards off. 2nd and 22. 48 just behind midfield. A couple really big helping hands from the Bulldogs for Green Canyon. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Green Canyon secondary needs to step up here again and not let Provo get any deep balls here.
We're looking on this near sideline. Edelmeyer playing man up on one of the DiMartinis on this near side. Orchard, low snap, rolling right, fakes the throw. It's a reverse handoff. Really great play design. Green Canyon's going to let him gash all the way across the 30. That'll be short. They're going to knock him down at the 32. 3rd and 2. Tiave Brown is having his way with this Green Canyon defense tonight.
Exactly what you do not need in that situation, Stockton, is exactly what just happened there. That monster run, breaking through. That
20-yard short pass on a 2nd and long situation.
Green Canyon, no defenders in the area, and just broke 2 tackles all the way there. Now they have an opportunity to get another stop here and possibly have something happen, but they got to step up here.
Have to stop him here. Orchard under center. Quick handoff. They got him in the backfield. Huge tackle by Eli Wheatley, holding on to his shoestrings. It'll be 4th and 2. This would be a 49-yard field goal from the current spot.
Yeah, great
And
jump
he's
off.
actually going to lose a yard.
Yeah, it was a great jump off the line. Pretty much before that ball was even handed off, he was past that entire O-line there for Provo. And I am extremely interested to see what kind of play call we're going to go here.
Yeah, they're not even going to go to the sideline. The offense will stay out there. Too long for a field goal, too short for a punt. 4th and 3. Under center, Orchard hands it off up the middle, and he stumbles his way across the first down line. 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for Provo.
That drive was set up for Grand Canyon to make a stop there and flip the field, but unfortunately, they gave up that big run. A good stop. They only needed a yard, 2 yards right there to get past the line of scrimmage, and unfortunately, we're back into a known territory on the 29-yard line now for Provo, and they're looking to try to add more points.
Well, Coach Tawili said that out of this first 3-game stretch, he wanted a test for this team. This is certainly a test, and they're getting the answers wrong. Orchard under center again. Backs up, turns around, looking to throw. Really good coverage on that far sideline, generating some hand fighting. Not enough for a flag. It'll be an incompletion on 1st and 10.
Yeah, great defense. Lockdown defense. That's what you need there. And again, that is to that main wide receiver we've seen for Provo. That was down to DiMartini. And again, if that's your man that's going to be able to lock up with that wide receiver, you just got to keep that going, Stockton, and not let him get any more passes, because he's that playmaker we've seen today, at least on the passing end for this Provo team.
Big score for Ridgeline. 4 minutes left in the 3rd. They lead 21-14 at Morgan. 5.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. It's a pitch off to the right side. And that's Ave Brown has been hounded. No gain, 3rd and 10.
And to flip this field, and at least the game last year, Stockton, that I was at, Green Canyon did a fantastic job at this last year, or I'm sure in years past as well, of capitalizing on these opportunities. 3rd and 10 here on the 29. You can put Provo in a very sticky spot here with a big stop.
It'll be a 46-yard field goal from the current spot of the ball. Orchard, ball. Orchard from the near side hash marks, takes the snap, rolls out to his left. It's a design throw to that left sideline. Short one to Tiave Brown. Going to be short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th and 3.
And they had a defender there able to try to make a tackle, just unfortunately slipped through those feet.
It's now a 39-yard field goal for Provo, but it doesn't look like they're going to be taking it. 4:24 and the clock continuing to run. Orchard comes back to the field. 4th and 3 on the 22. This is huge for Green Canyon tonight. If they stop it here, they've got a chance to get back into this one. If Provo scores here, it's going to be a long second half. A long second half. Orchard back to his right from the far hash marks. Takes the snap, rolls right, looking for the goal line. Makes the throw, near side, going down to make the catch is DiMartini. Green Canyon secondary saying that one hit the turf. Official disagrees. Crew DiMartini makes it 1st and goal for Provo.
Yeah, it looks like DiMartini was able to get down there and basket scoop that ball to keep this drive alive for Provo, and another tough break for Green Canyon. And
we've got whistles now.
It looks like a flag on the play for a coach that was down there talking to a linesman.
A flag to the Green Canyon sideline, arguing with that completion call, and Green Canyon's coaches are about as fed up with the stripes as everyone over here is.
And that's something we don't really see too often from Green Canyon coaches, Stockton, and he must be really convinced now that that ball hit the turf, and I wouldn't doubt it at this point with these calls we've been seeing throughout the game today.
JT now talking to our head official, asking for some clarification. And listen, obviously you got to keep your cool as a coach. This is a very frustrating evening, and Green Canyon certainly not executing very well, so there's not much of a case to be made that the officials are selling this game, but they've made some questionable calls. You can understand the frustration down there on the Green Canyon sideline. That being said, you got to score points. Orchard, 1st and goal. Quick screen to the right side for DiMartini. He's going to pick up 3. Good tackle and an extra flag on the play. Who's that going to go on? Extracurricular. Sawyer Rainey may have drawn a personal foul against Provo.
I saw some hands go up from one of the Green Canyon.
Sawyer Rainey hit the deck a couple seconds after the whistle. I think he may have drawn a personal foul. Let's see. Yep, unnecessary roughness on Provo. It'll go from 2nd and goal from the 6 back to 2nd and goal from the 21. Bit of a different feel.
Another break there for Green Canyon, and at this point, Stockton, they need to make a stop here. They have had 3 drives here with a long way to go for this Provo team, and unfortunately, those big plays have kept them out of the water. They need to capitalize on this opportunity here.
So that ball was spotted on the 7 after the catch. The personal foul brings it back to the 22. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 22, and Green Canyon's got to hold them to maximum 3 points here. Has to be, or else this game is going to wrap up quickly. Orchard takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Quick throw out to the right side. Tiave Brown takes it in, and he is forced over the boundary at the 13. Excuse me, no, that was Crew DiMartini on the quick catch.
Yeah, these DiMartinis, man, they have been electric for this Provo team so far. We've pretty much heard their name in every single drive so far, Stockton. A key piece, at least on this offensive movement we've been seeing so far.
3rd and goal from the 12. Big play here for Green Canyon. 3 points almost certain for Provo from this range. Orchard looking to his left, throws to the goal line, almost picked off by Wheatley.
Yeah,
tipped, knocked down. It'll be 4th and goal from the 12. And it looks like we're getting some big men on the field, but no kicker. No, there is Schumann. Spencer Schumann coming out to hit the field goal from the 12. This will be a 29-yarder. Wind at his back, pushing slightly left from the near side hash mark on the right side.
Green Canyon had that pass all the way, Stockton. You saw 2 defenders in the backfield lined up. That throw was right on our line, and we saw that all the way through, and so did they. Got tipped, though. I'm not sure if it would have been caught, but still a great job by Green Canyon to break up that pass.
4th and goal from the 20-0 Provo with 3:04 left in the 3rd quarter. Just over 15 minutes left in this game. Green Canyon, well, if you think points at the beginning of the half was critical, points at the end of this quarter, it's do or die.
Points this game, not only for Green Canyon going in to the next week is critical. They need to score here in this one to get a taste of that and what it's like. Because Stockton, again, they got 2 more big opponents up here in the next 2 weeks, and not scoring any points in that season opener is not going to taste well for anybody in this program. And I have faith, though, in this team that they can get something going here. We've seen it really well in this passing game. Just have to be smart when to pass and when to run, and we're going to see what they're able to do here on this kickoff.
They've dished out this kind of a result 2 years in a row. They have not had to eat one, and right now they are. There's some hand fighting going on after the play. People getting thrown around. It was number 36 for Green Canyon.
So we kind of looked up there, Stockton, saw Braxton kind of getting into it, and then some Bulldog players running up. I'm interested to see what is going to get called here because it's big for both sides.
And again, it does look like it's going to be and another unsportsmanlike on Provo. Those penalties will offset, but those two guys are probably done for the day.
Yeah, rough one there for Green Canyon.
Braxton's going to get an earful from JT later, I'll tell you that much. I understand the frustration here, but the way to combat that is to play good football, not throw guys around after the whistle. It's still going to be Perry under center. Just has Selman to his right. Twins on either side. Perry looking to throw.
Get rid of it.
And he gets sacked immediately. Green Canyon's offensive line not giving him enough time tonight. He's going to lose 4. 2nd and 14 from the 16.
Yeah, Stockton, we saw that the entire way. That O-line collapsing as soon as that ball was snapped. Carter Perry, though, looking downfield on the near side towards Braxton.
Down to 10, 2:26 remaining in the third quarter. Green Canyon going right to left here in the third. Perry by himself in the backfield. Flushed out left. Block is missed. Quick throw to the sideline. Great snag by Hayden Schramm just in front of the sticks. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, kept those toes in bounds. A little ballerina action we see there from Braxton, but a great catch. Puts them just about
29-yard line, 15-yard gain there. 13-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 1.
1 yard to go. Stockton, if I'm this Green Canyon team, I'm trying to push that ball through with a run, but we'll have
Selman
to
up
see.
the gut, I think, has to be the call here.
Or a Carter Perry flush out, have him find an open way.
So we've got a trio in a bunch here on the near sideline. Out to the left by himself outright is Drage Briggs. Perry has Selman to his right. Perry's going to take it himself around the right edge. There you go. That's a first down. Now he's going to keep going. He's got space around the right corner, across the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Finally knocked down in the red zone. Green Canyon. There is the gas they've been trying to cook with all night.
There it is, Stockton right there. Carter Perry, exactly what we just talked about. Stockton running that ball through and did a fantastic job all the way down. Nobody in sight now. That's that gas, like you were saying, to cook with something here, Stockton. Green Canyon needs to remain on the gas here, get some points. Right now, it's really just about scoring.
Now it's time for 14 minutes of your best football of the season. The good news is it hasn't been too good football so far this season. So, 20-0, Green Canyon 1st and 10 on the 9-yard line. 1st and goal on the 9. Perry on the right hash mark. No handoff, he's gonna look to throw. Flushed out right. Throws at the goal line. It's on the ground, but there is a flag. 2 flags in the backfield.
There's like, all flags just came flying in there at that play.
It's probably gonna be a hold on Green Canyon. Yes, it is. It'll be 1st and goal from the 19.
That O-line again, Stockton making Carter flush out again.
There's no way around it. They're getting beat around both edges bad right now. It's almost immediate after the snap. Perry's got to flush one way. Provo's sending 4 or 5 guys per snap too.
I mean, they know they can take over the O-line right now.
Here's Perry again from that far hash mark. Short drop back. Now a great slant to Hayden Schramm, who's blown up on the 10, but he makes the catch anyway. Some extra words there for the tackler, Crew DiMartini. 2nd and goal from the 10. They're going to give him the 11. So physical hit there from DiMartini keeps him just shy of the 10. Minute 12 to go, clock continuing to run. Play clock down to 22 now as Green Canyon breaks the huddle. Again, still 20-0 Provo. 3 receivers out left for Perry. Hayden Schramm on the far side. Selman to his right. Perry looking to throw again. Rolls out to the right, flushed out to the right, gets around the corner to the 5, to the goal line, touchdown!
Perry, a flushed out run to that far side of the field, and Green Canyon finally with some points here on the board, and I know that feels good for this team. Now,
this one not over yet, Jacob.
Not over. 6-20 with still a PAT here. Now it's up to the defense here to make a big stop to get back in this one.
Tanner Holt, 20-yard chip shot coming up. Wind dies down just a bit Gets it straight through on a line drive. 7-20. Green Canyon finally on the scoreboard. And it's Carter Perry, the transfer from Preston, Idaho. Last year for the Braves, he put up 2,333 passing yards, 207 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns on the ground, and he's got his account open tonight.
Yeah, probably has some pretty good rush numbers right now. Not 100% on the exact one, but probably pretty close to his season one from last year. A great 2 runs by him to get Green Canyon back here.
Just about 60 yards on that drive alone on the ground for Carter Perry.
Exact. Starting out fast here, and that's going to be a big piece to this defense, I think, this year, Stockton, is his athleticism on being able to get down the field. And when he's scrambled out of the pocket, to not just throw it away and throw it up, but to make something happen of it. And we've seen on what they are able to do against this Provo team. We've seen them do pretty well, but giving up those big plays that blow this right open. Provo is making some mistakes there with the officiating crew. Interesting to see how they're going to be able to respond here.
Holt's going to kick this one from the left hash marks into the wind, and he gets it 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's a low line drive. It is going to be returned from the 6. Cut back to the near side. Good tackling from Green Canyon. There's a ball out! It's a fumble, and Green Canyon recovers! Special teams! Green Canyon is right back in this football game.
Houston Barmeski with the fumble recovery, number 2, came up with it. Green Canyon has some life now. Bat goes on the offense. If Green Canyon can get some more points on the board for the end of the third quarter, Stockton, we are in business here. Green Canyon, this game is not over yet.
Oh my. Why not? Why not some dramatics? 39 seconds left in the third quarter. 2-possession game. Green Canyon trails by 13. They could make it a 6-point game before the quarter breaks. What an unbelievable 2 minutes of football from Green Canyon to completely turn the ship around. Now here's Perry on the left side hash marks. He's got 3 receivers out right by himself on the near side. That would be Drage. Perry back to pass. Arm got hit as he throw to the end zone. That's interference. PI. Hayden Schramm makes a great cut back to the right side and draws the PI flag against Crew DiMartini, who just got tangled up as Hayden Schramm switched directions. That's going to be 15 yards and a first down for Green Canyon.
Pass interference penalty called against Provo.
This ball will go from 1st and 10 on the 28 to 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. They might go to the 14, half the distance since we are inside the 30. Nope, they're going to go, to the 14. So a 14-yard pass interference call, half the distance to the goal line. Still on the left side hash mark, 1st and 10.
This O-line needs to step up here and let Carter Perry find an open man down the field and get some more points on that board.
Perry moves up in the pocket. Pocket collapses. He's across the 10, 5 to the end zone. Forced out at the 2, but there is a flag down in the backfield. This is probably going to be a hold on Green Canyon.
Penalty markers on the field.
Yeah, it does look like that might be a
Luke
hold.
Baker is beside himself right now looking at those flags. That big 6'6" tackle does not believe that he got a jersey.
Coach JT chatting it up here with Carter Perry. Looks like he's pointing down to that far side of the field, probably trying to get a quick pass option off out there. Stockton just not able to find it. But working with him here. Carter Perry fell really hard into that yardstick, by the way.
The officials are still talking about that call, by the way. Not exactly sure what we're going to see. Should just be a standard hold, I would assume.
Probably seeing if they want to take the penalty or not. Maybe get him down to 2nd down.
27 seconds in the third quarter. This would make it 1st and 10 from the 24.
Declined.
I think there's some confusion between the Provo sideline and the officials.
There are 2 penalties on the play,
Oh,
both against Green
2 penalties on Green Canyon. They decline 1 and take the holding. So the holding worth more yardage. They're back to the 29 now. Oh, and targeting. I'm sorry, targeting on the offense? What? All right. Back to the 29. Line to gain at the 8-yard line. Quick out, and that is just straight up dropped. In and out of the hands of number 47, Tate Higgum.
Tate Higgum not able to hold on to that. Probably felt his defender right there. But it's 2nd and 25 now for Green Canyon. I'm not 100% sure on what they're going to go with. It will be interesting. And I'm really curious on what that targeting call was, Stockton, just a couple plays ago. I'm interested to see who that might be on. I'm not sure if it's an ejection straight out of the gate or what. But
no, I'm really confused by that call because I didn't see any head-to-head in there. 2nd and 25 from the 29. Perry looking to his right. He's going to launch one at the goal line for Paps. Paps almost has the catch, but he bobbled it on the 5.
Carter Perry sitting in that pocket, though, for a long time on that pass. Kind of really letting some more trust into that O-line, not getting flushed out as quickly. I was surprised he stayed in for how long he did, but he was able to get that pass off a little high, not able to get squeezed in there by Paps.
Now you need at least 10 yards here if you're Green Canyon. 3rd and 25. Hard to think that you're going to convert the first down here, but you want to at least get inside Tanner Holt's range.
Get 3 points on the board there. Make it
a 10-point
exactly.
game. Perry's going to have 3 receivers out left by himself. Out to the right, Drage Briggs. Schramm along this left sideline.
Try something here.
Now that is slightly on the offense, but the coaching staff's got to call a timeout there.
Yeah, 3 timeouts. Probably trying to save him for later in the game, but it's 3rd and 30
saving
now.
it for later for what? You're down by 13. 3rd and 30 from the 34. Green Canyon was right there after a huge special teams turnover. They're now behind the point that this drive started. 16 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Perry drops to throw. He's blitzed immediately, and he is going to be wrapped up at the 44-yard line. About as bad of an offensive drive as you can put together.
By number 1, Green DeMartini. And number 9, Tiago.
Yeah, no words again, but there's another familiar name we've seen, Griff DeMartini.
End of the 4th quarter, it's 20-7 Provo. It'll be 4th down and 40 yards from the 44-yard line when we come back after halftime. A drop on the 5 from Pabst, a drop on a quick out route. Bad flags, poor execution. Green Canyon, right when they look like they're about to get back in this ball game, take themselves out of it, and they'll have some more work to do when we come back here on 100.9 Light FM.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts.
Welcome back to Provo High School. Stockton Jukes, Jacob Pitcher here with you on 100.9 Light FM. It's 4th down and 40 from the 44-yard line, and Green Canyon's got the offense out there. Perry takes the snap. Perry steps up in the pocket, launches one at the goal line over everyone, and it's nearly picked in the end zone, but it's going to be dropped, and that actually works out in Provo's favor. It's going to be a 66-yard field for Provo, and I'm deeply, deeply confused by the decision-making that's happening tonight.
I have no idea what was kind of intended there, I guess you could say, Stockton. Definitely an interesting play move there, but it's early season, preseason, get some big reps in and some big-time moments, but that was interesting.
Just about completely dark here in Provo. 9 o'clock Just a couple seconds away, and Provo's got another 1st and 10. With the clock running in the 4th quarter, they're going to hand this one off up the middle. Met at the line, but he punches through for some extra yardage. That'll be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming from the 49. And with Green Canyon generating that huge special teams turnover and then removing themselves from the game, it feels like out this game's going to.
Yeah, Provo somehow gets some more points on the board. Stockton, this is going to be a long one. I will say, though, it was looking like a long shot to even get any points on the board. So we have some good stuff to work with, some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Towie Lee, I'm going to spend some time in film going over some of the bad beats that you had today, but I'm really going to focus on the last 5 minutes of that 3rd quarter. Another handoff up the middle. Only a couple yards there. He will be stopped a yard shy of the line to gain. 3rd and 1 coming up. 3rd and 2, they're going to say, from the 48 just across midfield. Line to gain at the 46. 10:54 to play in this game. Clock continues to run.
Another test here even for this Green Canyon defense. Come up big here on 3rd and 2 on that 48-yard line.
3rd and 1. Offset eye for Provo. Orchard back to his right. He's going to hand that one off up the gut, around the edge. Right at the line to gain. That one might be. They're going to give him half a yard just to make sure Provo gets the 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 45.5. Why not? Bryson Pabst is beside himself. They just gave him an extra yard on the spot.
Yeah, Bryson. Yeah.
One of those nights here in Provo.
Looks like some of our offense down here for Green Canyon kind of just talking around here on the sideline.
Man, I tell you what, 1st and 10 from the 45.5. High snap. Orchard wrangles it in. Run up the middle. Tavea breaks through several bodies all the way up to the 38-yard line.
Just one of those nights, Stockton. Season opener here for Green Canyon.
Poor execution from Green Canyon, no question about it. Poor execution from the guys wearing black and white, too. Other handoff. Tiave Brown across the line to gain, still on his feet. 4-5 Green Canyon Wolves around him, finally whistled dead at the 34.
Officials have it. Coach JT, he mentioned to us, you can only prepare so much before the test. This is that test today for them. And, I mean, they've been grinding all summer, traveling for summers. Being on the road is something that they knew they were coming into this season having to do.
We're going to hope that the Springville game is more cleanly executed, that's for sure. This one's not completely over yet, but points on the board for Provo here would put this one just about squarely in the books. Now there is a flag. I believe this is going to be on the Bulldogs.
They call it. Oh, they're letting them get a timeout.
Yeah, no, let them call the timeout late. That's on par for tonight. 8:44 to go in the 4th quarter. It's a Provo Bulldog timeout after the play clock expires. 1st and 10 on the 33 after this timeout.
Stockton, while we have some time, why don't we go ahead and take a look at some scores from around the area. Mountain Crest 31, East 0 with 9 minutes left in that 4th quarter. Ridgeline up on Morgan now, kind of starting to take it away. 27, Morgan down at 14 with 6:38 left in that 4th quarter. Bear River at 14, Cedar 44, and that's just about where we're at looking right now. Logan 47, Hillcrest 7, 5:10 left in that 3rd quarter. Some scores around the area. And just a rough first game on the road for this Green Canyon team, making the trip down from Logan to Provo, Utah.
Now, I will say this. At the end of that 2nd quarter, it looked like this could turn into a blowout. The 3rd quarter, the end of the 3rd quarter, Green Canyon made it somewhat interesting, but they really need to strengthen up here. 1st and 10 from the 33 for Orchard. Fakes the handoff, looks to his left. Airs one out down the sideline. Good coverage from Green Canyon. DeMartini shoves one of the Green Canyon defenders after the whistle. Of course, no flag comes out. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You know, Stockton, you were talking about strength here. We had a chance also to talk to Coach JT. He told us this week 1 and week 2 are going to be a test of toughness and power with this team. Are they going to be able to step up and compete with these big boys here down in Provo and Springville? That's going to be this week 1 and week 2 test. Okay, they're a powerful school. They got a great O-line, and it's just the results that they needed to see as a wake-up call for region play.
2nd and 10. Rolls right, pitches this one. Great look from Eli. 3rd and 3 coming up. And really, I think one of the biggest parts of this game that we haven't really touched on yet, but right at the end of the day, the size matchup goes pretty heavily in Provo's favor.
Absolutely.
Weight and height.
Weight and height, some big boys, like we were saying, Stockton back there for Provo, and we saw that earlier in the game as well. Just being able to plow through not only Green Canyon's O-line, but also the D-line. A little bit outmatched there for the size.
Big 3rd and 3 here. 20-7 in favor of the Bulldogs. 7:50 remaining in the 3rd. It's a handoff up the middle. No, it's a keeper by Orchard. Wide open around the right side. He's got the first down, and he's taken down out of bounds at the 21.
I'm interested to see if they're going to give him this one.
They should. The line to gain was at the 23.
There we go.
1st and 10 from the 21. Provo marching. 7:43 left in the 4th quarter, and they could put the cap on this one right here.
Yeah, great keeper there, though, by Orchard. I'd even really see him keep that ball, and none of that Green Canyon defense saw that either.
Everyone bit on the handoff immediately. Orchard again, 1st and 10 from the 21, looking to throw. It's a quick screen out to the right side. Eli Wheatley almost got a hand to it, but instead Tavea Brown is going to go all the way through. A hold on DiMartini is not flagged, and it's 26-7 Provo. I mean, Crew DiMartini had a defensive back for Green Canyon on the ground when that run came through, but no flag, of course. That would be too much, and it's 26-7 Provo. PAT away from another 20-point lead for the Bulldogs. With 7:35 to go in the 4th quarter, this one is just about done.
On for the point after, Spencer Schumann.
PAT is up and good, and it's 27-7.
And the point after is good. It's 7 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the game. Green Canyon.
7:35 again to go in the 4th quarter. Green Canyon not up to task today. No way about it. There's some frustrating things going on with the officiating, but the bottom line is Green Canyon's down by 20, and 1 or 2 yard spots aren't going to change that.
That's right, Stockton, and unfortunately, this is just one of those games you just have to put behind you and look back on throughout the season to know what you need to do to get better as a team.
Obviously, when you come out for the first game of the season, you don't really know a whole lot about a team's identity. You don't know what their character is like. You don't know how tough they're going to be, how resilient they're going to be. We're going to learn a lot about this team at Springville next weekend.
Exactly, but we know what that identity wants to be from Coach JT and what we were expecting to see. Unfortunately, it's not at all what we're seeing here currently.
Low kickoff into the wind. This one taken in on the far side by not Bryson Pabst. Gets a convoy up across the 20 to the 23. It'll be a 77-yard field for Green Canyon as they trail by 20 with 7:30 to go in the game. Now, hey, who knows? Maybe you hit one over the top. Hayden Schramm goes 77 yards on the sideline, and suddenly this becomes a football game again. But even then, it would still be a 13-point game.
And with only 7:30 left to play in that 4th quarter, Green Canyon's moving down the field pretty slowly, not at a super fast pace, taking their time, using their downs that they have available on this drive. So even if they do get down the field pretty quickly, they've got to do it multiple times to get back in this one.
1st and 10, it's Perry behind center. Back to his right, and he is going to hand that one off to Micah. Micah Jenkins fights his way up to the 29.
Micah's been doing pretty well today, Stockton, on that run game, really just plowing through, doing what he can. Again, the size differential here, Stockton. Some big boys there with Provo, but still doing a fantastic job. Interesting call there as well for that first, I guess you could say, play of this drive to be a handoff.
To me, that tells me everything I need to know about how JT plans to play the rest of this game, and that's just good execution, figure out their fundamentals, figure out their identity, and take that momentum into Springville, because you're just not winning this game. Another run up the middle is stopped. Maybe a yard. They are going to give him the 30 on that one. It'll be 3rd and 3 coming up.
Handoff by number 3.
JT talking with his squad here. Carter Perry still back.
Hayden Schramm's got a somewhat decent mashup on this near side. I'd love to see a shot play here. Bulldogs send for Perry, looking over the middle. Great catch this time. Ooh. And up to the 38. That's number 47, Tate Higgum.
Big hit there, though, by number 3 for Provo.
Good ball security there from Higgum.
Absolutely.
I think Green Canyon, if you can get down the field and put another touchdown on the board, you can feel somewhat better about the drive home. You're obviously going to have a lot of frustrations on that bus as Perry looks to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass as he barely got the hand moving forward there, but a near strip sack.
Yeah, just that pocket collapsing on him. Carter Perry trying to sit a little bit longer than what we saw in that first half, sitting a little bit longer here in that second half. Unfortunately, that pocket just collapsing and not able to get it off.
Going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 38-yard line. A line of scrimmage. And off on the far side, it looks like that's Cody Edelmeyer by himself. 6:05 to go in this game, just about halfway through the 4th quarter. Green Canyon looking for some pride points here. Perry over the middle. Perry over the middle. Low 5.
Again, like you're saying, Stockton, basic fundamentals, pass and catch. I'm sure that's what Coach JT is wanting to do. JT also a little bit more involved here on this offensive drive, kind of hanging down by that line of scrimmage. Normally he's kind of just sitting back, letting those. He's been involved here calling these last plays for this drive.
When you've got two quarterbacks that just aren't nearly as comfortable with this offense as Peyton Wilson was for the last couple years. So here's Perry on 3rd and 4, throws it right at the line. Great backup by Hayden Schramm to fall across the first down line. In fact, gets up to the 47 across midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 with 5.5 to play. And if I'm JT, I'm going to start running the ball, keeping those short throws, keep everything inbounds, run this clock all the way down, and score the last points of the game.
I agree. You go away with some sort of sweet taste in your mouth there. If I'm Coach JT, I'm doing the same thing.
Right now gets it off to Pabst. He is hit right at the 41.
Big hits, like right to the helmet.
It's a good 6-yard gain on 1st down, makes it 2nd and 4, staying up ahead of schedule there for Green Canyon. And this is the execution we were expecting out of the gate. They were just not all the way there.
I think there's been a little bit more of calmness that have kind of set in, not only for us in the stands, but I'm sure the team as well.
Perry, right side, Pabst, nice guide. Pabst, nice curl right on the sideline. Excuse me, no, that was Hayden Schramm. Curled right around that stick and got out of bounds at the 33. 1st and 10. Under 5 to play. Ball will be set for play, and the clock continues to run. 4:50 to go in the 4th.
I think everybody kind of realized where that game is, where the game is right here, right now, and I feel like Green Canyon's really starting to kind of sit down and settle in.
And it looks like the Bulldogs are going to take their 2nd timeout of the half here with 4:50 to play. The Bulldogs, for the sake of their pride, want to keep Green Canyon right at 7.
Yeah, Green Canyon moving slowly down the field, taking those small passes. That O-line really starting to set up and do well. As for Carter Perry, sitting in that pocket a little bit longer than we've seen him throughout the game, making those passes. But like we were saying, Stockton, the mood has definitely shifted here. A lot more, I guess, content and calmness has kind of set in, I can notice here on this sideline. And probably, again, just trying to get a couple more points on the board on the ride home.
I think the digestion period for Green Canyon needs to go as follows. This was a bad game. This was poorly executed with some poor penalties taken at some really bad times. You had a game-changing turnover at the end of the 3rd quarter that you executed on about as poorly as you possibly can on an offensive drive of football. But you know that you're better than that based on the drive before with Carter Perry running 60 yards on the ground, getting that one in for Green Canyon. A couple good catches from Schramm, from Pabst. I think you're disappointed with yourself, but you know you're better than that, and you keep your head up because you know you can play better at Springville next week. Great slant from Schramm around the edge into the red zone. I think they're going to give him the 12 there on forward progress. No, it is going to be right at the 13, 1st and 10 in the red zone. This red zone trip brought to you by Les Olson IT. Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson has what you need with reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems. Perry from the far side. Quick slant again for Pabst. He stops on the spot, hit at the 8. It'll be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. And they really like having Bryson run those short curls. Those short hooks about 5 yards off the line. And he's physical enough to absorb those hits and make something out of it about half the time.
Sometimes it's all you need, and they're getting it now, but not when they needed it earlier here in the game.
Perry, 2nd and 5 inside the 10, looking to throw. He's going to go right through the middle of the pocket. Perry towards the goal line, shuffles in. Carter Perry's 2nd rushing touchdown of the evening. Makes it 27-13 with 4:07 to play here in Provo.
Carter Perry found that gap there on the left side, snuck right through into the back of the end zone. And like you said, Stockton, these 2 rushing touchdowns of the game.
And I think Carter Perry is making a real good case for starting next week.
Absolutely, and like we said, a little bit of a QB battle going into this game, this season entirely, and we can all kind of see what he's been able to do.
Good snap, holding kick on the PAT. It's 14-27. Green Canyon finds the end zone twice. Both times it's Carter Perry scampering across the goal line. Good sequence of plays there from both Hayden Schramm and Bryson Pabst, making some good catches, keeping Green Canyon's offense on pace, and then Carter Perry doing it with his legs at the very end there. 13-point game. Green Canyon would need a couple miracles here to pull this one off at Provo, but you can feel good about that one.
Yeah, that one felt smooth, calm, and content, Stockton. A little bit too late here in this game, but still, that's the kind of offense that we wanted to see, and that was great to hear. That's probably...
You kind of got to accept that that's how the night's going to be tonight. But again, that drive right there, I think, demonstrates the level of play that Green Canyon's capable of. Now their defense needs to catch up a little bit, and I think Springville is going to be a bit more of a test. But this is a good Provo team that finished 2nd in 4A last season and got upset in the semis. A squib kick out of bounds. We're thinking of you, big man. 4:07 to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Provo. This should be from the 45-yard line. Usually it would be on the 35, but that ball went out before the 35, so I think they're going to put it on the 39.
Now they're going to start from the 39.
Yep, 39-yard line. It'll be a 71-yard field for Provo. 61 yards. I'm bad at math.
Same.
It's not my job. My job is yell about sports.
Doing it today. Under the lights here in Provo, Utah. 4:07 left to play. Green Canyon down here in this one. Looking to get a positive jumps here in this one.
Orchard back to his right. He will hand it off. Right up the middle. Good first, 2nd and 7. And the clock will run. Green Canyon, I think, is going to save their timeouts. Now, 3 and out. Quick strike. Maybe we start doing something with the clock.
Maybe.
But you need 2 big tackles right here.
3:36 left to play. You need some miracles to happen to be back in this one. But I think getting a good defensive showing, we saw a good offensive showing on that last drive. I think a good defensive showing is really all Coach JT wants to see here.
Orchard takes the snap with 3 on the play clock, hands it off again up the middle. Big hole opens up the left end, the ball is free! Green Canyon's got the football! A critical fumble by the Bulldogs. The ball's out on the 45. And that football is recovered by Green Canyon.
There's that miracle number 1, Stockton.
That's one. That's one. 3:17 to play. It's a 13-point ball game.
Big plays need to happen here, though, on that offense. If this isn't the time, though, to get worked up and keep doing what we saw back in that first half, stay slow, stay smooth, stay concise, and get it happen. But Green Canyon needs to get out on that field. That play clock winding down at 20 now.
I think with the exception of the last 30 seconds of the third quarter, Green Canyon can be proud of what they've done in the second half.
For sure, absolutely.
First and 10, Perry standing on the 50 in the gun. Back to his left, low snap, knocks it down, picks it up. Rolls out to his right. Provo in pursuit, gets across the line to gain, and picks up 7 or 8 there. Good scamper for Perry, and also gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 3:08.
Had some time there in the pocket, just that low snap, had to waste a couple of seconds to get that ball set. But that O-line though, Stockton, I'm gonna say it, it's improving in front of our eyes here. Still doing a really good job there, and Carter Perry trusting a little bit more as well, staying in that pocket a little bit longer. Tried to scramble out there. Again, just stay slow, stay smooth, stay concise here. Play like that exact same drive.
Twins on either side. Pabst and Schramm off to the right on this near sideline. Take a look on that matchup. Perry looking there as well. Perry, quick comebacker for Schramm. That's a first down. 30-yard line. Green Canyon got to move quickly. The clock begins to move again. 3:02 to play in the fourth. Play call comes in. Perry's going to have Micah Jenkins to his right. Chains weren't even set before they got the clock started. 10 seconds off the clock before the chains even set. Carter Perry steps up, throws left. Great snag on the run. Houston Peremski absorbs that hit. The clock will stop. Ball's at the 15. 2:46 to play in the fourth quarter. Again, signals for the clock to start 5 seconds early. Chains are not set, now they are. Jenkins to the left of Perry. Ball's on the 15.
Don't force anything.
Snap comes in. Perry rolls right. Blitz coming. Perry needed to get rid of that thing, and he did not. It's Tiave Brown, the Iron Man athlete for the Bulldogs, all the way back to the 29-yard line, and Green Canyon's going to take their first time out. Perry usually really good in that situation. No idea what he was doing holding on to the football there.
Yeah, just got ran completely back on those back feet. Not able to get a clean throw off, and
that's been the story of this one for Green Canyon. They get into some good offensive positions, and then Tiave Brown, the fifth rusher, comes around the edge unblocked. The ball's all the way back to the 27-yard line.
Second and 27.
Yard line, second and 27, like you said. Line to gain at the 5.
Can just
Green Canyon, 2:26 left in this game. You got to throw this at the end zone and try and kick an onside kick. You don't have time to run the ball around anymore.
I agree.
You got to take a shot.
Get some passes down, but again, make them smart plays, smart passes like we're seeing. If you got to get 2 passes in, make it 2 passes. But at the same time, you don't want to force anything. That one was almost too forced, trying to get that pass, force it in the end zone, and was sacked with the ball for a loss.
Ball on the 29. It'll be second down and 24. 2:26 to play in this one. 13-point lead for Provo. Green Canyon threatening after a second fumble recovery. Perry. Block missed on the left side, near strip sack, but the arm was moving forward. That Green Canyon offensive line is about as strong as balsa wood right now.
That Provo D-line, though, Stockton has cranked up the heat a little bit. I feel like they might have let off a little bit in that kind of dull moment we saw on that pass drive where they were able to score. But yeah, like you're saying, Stockton, that O-line, it's a big, big thing they're going to have to work on here going into this next game.
15 on the play clock, 2:22 on the game clock. 3rd and 24 from the 29. This has to go in the end zone. It's 4-down territory at this point in the game.
Pick up the blitz here.
They do get a quick slant off to Schramm. He's going to make some magic after the catch. Knee goes down at the 22.
Big pass downfield, that's all you can do. I say, honestly, almost even call a timeout maybe. 4th down.
4th and 16. Perry taking too much time. And a timeout called by Green Canyon. They didn't know what the play call was.
That should have been called right out of the gate there with 4th and 17.
Tell you what, as many good things as Green Canyon has done for themselves, they've gone ahead and ruined them right after. Poor execution, not paying attention to the clock, not getting the play call.
Yeah, that was
not picking up blocks.
That was a timeout moment right there. Call the timeout as soon as that ball's caught and you're down, because you're coming up on a 4th down in a do-or-die situation late in the game. Unless he's just trying to just score. But I mean, you're 4th down here. Still have 17 yards to go right at the goal line, basically.
If this ball's not in the end zone, the game's over. I'll put it that way. Field goal won't get it done. Even a first down, I hesitate to say would get the job done because you'd still have a few yards to go, less than 2 minutes to play. This play has to be a touchdown, and then you've got to recover an onside kick.
The onside kick part can't happen unless you score here, and it's basically a 4th and goal here with the yardstick there being on the 5.
No, it's 4th and goal based on the game situation.
Exactly.
Purely. 13-point game. Minute 57 remaining. Green Canyon 4th down and 17 from the 22. Perry, low snap, scoops it up. Unblocked man around the left edge, and Perry is sacked again. The game is over. And there is going to be an extra flag on Provo. Maybe this gives Green Canyon the first down they need. Hold on just a moment. There may have been something said by one of the DiMartini brothers, which has been an issue tonight.
Now, are they going to be able to redo that down if it was after the play?
If it's a 15-yard unsportsmanlike, it should be a replay of downs.
But if it was after the play, I don't know.
If it was after the play, which I think it was because that flag came in after the whistle, yeah, it is on Provo. Back 15 yards from the spot of the sack. It'll still be Provo football.
Yeah.
Dead ball, foul called against Provo, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct has not been uncommon from Provo tonight. That's the first time it's been flagged, though.
First down, Provo.
Provo first down, though, with 1:51 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Provo up 27-14 here in this one. And all Green Canyon can really ask for now is they've
only got one timeout.
Yeah, is a strong defensive showing. They saw them get that big stop on the fumble, just not able to execute. Stockton, that's the second time they weren't able to capitalize and finish out those plays.
First and 10, Orchard hands it off up the middle. That'll be a hard-nosed gain of 4 yards. And the Bulldogs will take their time getting that ball off the ground and back to the official. Minute 35 to play in this one. Clock is going to run. Green Canyon's not going to bother with the timeouts. The Bulldogs can go ahead and kneel this one down.
Yeah, they should be able to kneel out of this one. 2nd and 7.
Under a minute 20 now, minute 15 to play. 2nd and 7, like you said. Green Canyon's got a timeout left. They don't look right. Jumbo set up front. It's a handoff up the middle. Another couple yards there up to the 26. That'll make it 3rd and 5 with under a minute to play. And Provo simply doesn't need to. They can kneel down under 40 seconds and we can go home. They do have DiMartini lined up on the far side, though. It's a trio of receivers out to the right for Orchard with a back to his right. 10 seconds on the play clock, 30 seconds on the game clock. This should be the last play of the game. Orchard takes the snap, rolls to his right, makes the pitch. Green Canyon follows the ball out to the right side. They do get across the 30 for the first down. 15 seconds left. Clock does stop momentarily for the ball to be reset. Now it will be set, and they'll signal the clock to run. This should be it. So 27-14, the Provo Bulldogs will win opening night down here in Provo. Some good sportsmanship up front by the big guys here as this game comes to a close. Provo showing why they were such a threat in 4A last year. Came out of the gate hot. Aside from that one turnover at the beginning of the first quarter, completely dominated the first half, didn't need to do much in the second half, and Green Canyon almost made it a game. Too many mistakes, though, Jacob. Too many penalties, too many poor play calls, too many poor executions of those play calls. And at the end of the day, Green Canyon loses their first season opener under JT Tawili-Ely.
Yeah, like you said, Stockton just poorly executed. I don't want to hound on this team because there is so much potential here.
And we saw it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we've seen it in the fourth quarter. I know it's been a kind of a negative game all around, and we don't want to just harp on that. This team is solid. It's got a lot of great potential to it. We know Coach JT is a fantastic coach, and it is going to be really fun to see how he can shape this team and make them better. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch throughout the season. So many things, though, to work on going into here to week number 2 down in Springville next week. They're going to be going up against another big group of big physical guys down there. It's going to be an interesting watch and interesting to see how they are able to perform up there. As for this Provo team, though, Stockton, this Provo team is very solid, like you said. Able to move the ball downfield, some big plays there. Orchard there as well, behind the dish, doing a fantastic job as well. I know it's been a very frustrating game today, both on the officiating end and both with the team. But overall, a lot to go on, a lot to learn from, and it's going to be a very great game to watch next week.
27-14 here in Provo. Decent execution mixed in with some very poor execution takes away the game from them in the waning moments of the third quarter. But like you said, Jacob, there's potential here. We saw it at the end of that game, and aside from that one offensive drive after the special teams fumble, this was a decent second half for Green Canyon. I think we've got a lot to look forward to. We'll take a quick break here on 100.9 Light FM and then come back for a quick post game. And then we've got to get going from Provo, 9:30 here. It's a long way back to Cache Valley. Stockton Jukes, Jacob Pitcher here with you on the home of Green Canyon Sports. Green Canyon Football brought to you by DD Auto and Salvage. Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Also brought to you by Great Basin Graphics and Preston Watts Auto Collision. Stick with us here. We'll be right back to wrap this one up from Provo High.
And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Green Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon Sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Wrapping things up from Provo, Utah here. Stockton Jukes and Jacob Pitcher with you. After a final score of 27-14 in favor of the Bulldogs, Green Canyon starting the season 0-1 for the first time under head coach JT Tawili-Ely. They went 3-0 the last 2 seasons in a row. Not to be this year, but easily their toughest season opening matchup that we've seen with Coach JT. Jacob, as we take kind of a gander back at what we just watched, obviously not the prettiest football game, some frustrating moments in a variety of facets. Yeah, we've talked about the officiating a little bit, really questionable decisions made by them, but at the end of the day, Green Canyon just did not play well enough to win this football game, especially given the fact that they gave themselves a chance to do it and had the worst offensive drive of their season so far following that turnover.
Yeah, like you said, Stockton going essentially from the 19-yard line all the way back to the 44-yard line. Not the best drive of the season at all. And there's a lot of things to improve on, but we have seen some really great things. Carter Perry really taking command of this field, playing very smart football. Some things such as holding on to the ball do need to get improved on, but I'm sure those are those little things that we will see him do better. He's only a junior as well, so we'll see a lot of development from him throughout the year. Scram, though, a fantastic receiver on that end, able to go out and get the ball and get those extra 5 or 6 yards that you need to stay in a competitive game. We're going to see him getting targeted here a lot throughout the game. Paps as well, a fantastic receiver as well, kind of those short cutback routes we've seen from him throughout the day. He's a big RPO option as well from what we're seeing. Like you said, Stockton, this is a very tough opening day match, but Coach JT has told us that he wants it to be tough. He wants to be tested early in the year to know what they really need to work on. And this was a very tough opening day battle, but not to hang their heads down. Again, they got Springville and Pleasant Grove coming up in the non-conference, or excuse me, the non-region play that they're going to need to be going up against. This team has a lot to go off of today. It's going to be really cool to see what Coach JT is able to improve on here in just a week, with next week down in Springville.
One superlative to go over today, the Napa Auto Parts best part of the game. Napa has the parts that you need and use to keep your vehicle running its best. Your locally owned Napa Auto Parts supplies parts to over a dozen local Napa Auto Care Centers. You can count at first scoring drive for Green Canyon. 60-something yards on the ground in a variety of different ways, capping it off with a 8-yard touchdown run. I don't think we saw much better than that tonight.
Yeah, first score of the season for Green Canyon. The first score is him, and I agree with you on that, Stockton. A great run, 60 yards down the field, beats down that right side all the way to the end. He was the only person who had scored today for Green Canyon, getting all 14 points. Excuse me, yeah, all 14 points from him there. So a fantastic job by him. Great job today by Carter Scramman. Looking forward to seeing what more he has next week at Springville.
Big thanks to Young Automotive, Think Young, Drive Young, and Cache Valley Daily, the home of our production, two proud sponsors of Green Canyon football. This has been your Mountain Shine Cleaning post-game show for Green Canyon football. Once again, your final score here in Provo, 27-14 in favor of the Bulldogs. The 2 seed in 4A coming back out hot to start this season with their now senior leaders of that offense, the DiMartini twins and Garrick Orchard. Orchard is going to be a threat in 4A this year. He's going to give Nate Daly a run for his money. That is going to do it for us, though, here from Provo. For Jacob Pitcher, I'm Stockton Jukes. Thanking you so much for being part of this season opener broadcast for Green Canyon football. We have looked forward to this for so many months, and we are happy to be back. We look forward to being back with you at Springville on the 22nd, 1 week from today at 7 p.m. Provo will be down at Crimson on the 22nd at 7 p.m. before they play Springville in week 3. But that is going to wrap it up for us tonight. Jacob, do you have any final thoughts?
No, Stockton, it's great to be here. Really looking forward to being with this Green Canyon team this season. And, you know, first games always can sometimes be a rough one, but I just hope that this team just continues to grow and improve. And I'm really excited to be here with this Green Canyon community. Looking forward to a great season.
From Provo, Utah, Stockton Juice, Jacob Pitcher for 100.9 Light FM and Cache Valley Daily. Thank you so much, Green Canyon Wolfpack. It's good to be back with you, and we will see you in 1 week. Have a great night, Cache.
This Green Canyon Wolves broadcast has been a presentation of 100.9 Light FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, Castalite, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, Green Canyon Booster Club, DD Auto and Salvage, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Great Basin Graphics, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Auto Care, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, and The Logo Shop. Watch replays of previous games on CacheValleyDaily.com.